Muli bonjour everybody, it's your girl Yujin. Welcome back to my channel. This is part 2 of my SUPA Team for the Z episode analysis deep dive. We left off on our big bad explaining to Storm Drain his big plan and Storm Drain unleashing this big plan, and we're about to see what happens next. The episode says Z. Way too much. A lot in the dialogue that you could turn this into a drinking game. Please don't actually. Or at least don't do it with alcohol. Do it with a carbonated beverage because that's safer, much safer. So without further ado, let's finish this off. Our big bad tells Storm Drain he needs to cut the head off the snake. I don't know if he meant because of her green suit and he's comparing it to like an anaconda skin, or if it's because of her bad attitude. I think it's because of both. But the thing about cutting the head off, is that like a Hercules reference where Hercules was trying to defeat Hydra, but every time that he beheaded the Hydra, his heads kept on multiplying? That's what it feels like in this episode. Zampezi, or the Z, is the Hydra, and every time the Hydra gets its head chopped off, even more heads appear. And it gets annoying and repetitive, and you just want it to end. That's what it felt like to me. Back at HQ, we see the girls experimenting with their earpieces. They get this idea of using a bad rap blocker mode so they don't get hypnotized by snapback. They turn to Z, who is the tech expert, focused on doing her own thing. Temwe, she yells in the Z's ears. Komana asks the Z to help them with the program, but the Z immediately undermines that whole thing. And she starts talking about how she made a YouTube channel dedicated to all her best fight moves. And once again, of how allegedly great and amazing at everything she does is. Then it's revealed she has 1 million views already. And then she starts praising herself even more. Temwe kind of says the same thing, firing back at her when the Z says soul in each kick, poetry in each move. Temwe goes bragging with each word, annoying with each breath. Try to give her a taste of her own medicine. It's just hilarious. And then Komana joins in and she's like, I have a better idea. We could program our earpieces to disrupt the Z's rap. Mama K scolds the Z for potentially revealing her secret identity disturbance in the marketplace. The girls suit up. Well, Team Lilo, Mkozo, and Kebongo head off, while Zampezi is forcing Mama K to watch her videos. Gosh, how self-centered is she really? Or how self-centered is her newfound ego personality? We then meet a new villain, the the alligator. And then the girls start calling out his villain name because there are no alligators in Africa, but he's a crocodile. Crocodiles have pointy triangle noses, and gators have rectangular circle edge noses. So the girls try to stop Alligator, but unlike the other villains that we saw, Alligator doesn't have any sort of powers. He relies on his mutation super strength to take down enemies. Then it's revealed that Alligator is actually causing disturbance in the market because he's trying to set up a romantic dinner with a luscious leafy lady, later revealed to be Professor Green Thumbs. Professor Green Thumbs. Actually, I'll keep my thoughts to myself. Let me know if you want a video on Professor Green Thumbs and how she's extremely dangerous and corrupt. So the girls try to stop Alligator, even though he explained that he just wants to have a romantic dinner. But I guess they just stopped because stealing is wrong and he was causing disturbance in the market. Zampezi was pretty much absent this whole fight because she was busy doing fan service, taking pictures with her fans and writing autographs when she was supposed to be doing hero work. Oh, and the next scene is actually very funny. Once again, Savage Mana comes through again in the next scene. So Mkozo says, I'm a fanzi, say and then Kiboko goes, I tried to put this in a translator in both Nyanha and Lozi, and this is what I got, and it's actually very funny. She basically said, are y'all fans of Z? Say psych right now. Psych! Kibongo and Team Lilo are on fire in this episode, and I love them so much. Team Lilo tries to get Zampezi to snap out of it, and Zampezi listens. Only she doesn't. She starts showing off her amazing, great soccer moves, showing off instead of actually helping, which causes Alligator to almost get away. Team Lilo rips into her once again. She listens this time, but Zampezi is just so distracted by her fans' love and all of the praise that she's getting. Like, at this point, she's only doing this for praise and love and for bragging rights, and the girls are pretty much annoyed. They are not happy. Back at HQ, Team Lilo and the rest of the members give Zampezi a sweet reality check, but Zampezi just refuses to listen. They basically call her out on how she wasn't there when they needed her. You are a member of this team. You have a duty. It's not just about you. It's about all four of us. Mama K finally steps in and tries to knock some sense into her. Thank you so much, Mama K. I love you even more for that. Mama K was having none of it, and she just wanted it to stop right here, right now. Storm Drain then unleashes his plan. He starts destroying the wind farm in Katete, which is a major power source. The windmills provide electricity to Usaka. The girls run out again. Zampezi continuing to frolic in her fantasy. Mama K then tries to give her one last reality check before sending her off. But what shook me to the core is that Mama K called Zampezi by her real name, her real full name. She says Zikomo. And I was like, uh-oh, she called her Zikomo. You know she means business. Teeth that are together help each other chew food. Zampezi thought that she was talking about seeing a dentist and that she needs to maintain her kasparkle for her next interview. Oh boy. The egocentric nature has spread to Mama K, and now she's tired of it. Mkozo, being the mom of the group, tries to talk things out with Zampezi, but this somehow upsets Zampezi. She explains that she's always been a team player, which is true, but in this context, she hasn't really been a team player. Zampezi then storms off, enraged, separating herself from the team to blow off some steam and to also show off again. Team Lilo at this point doesn't even care if she has to say goodbye to one of her team members. She's sick of Zampezi, where she is considering separating the team from her and having it be Team Lilo's Team 3, like episode 1. Mkozo tries to reassure her that they are a team and they are friends. Team Lilo, even though she's tired of it, she decides to go with it. Let me say this though, since this is episode 3, and it's still considered the beginning of the story, it's pretty normal that the girls aren't as close as they are. They're trying to get used to being a team. They're still getting used to being a team and working together. They weren't automatically friends when they had their first battle in episode 1. Sure, they were praising each other and all that, but they weren't really close or BFFs for life or willing to stand by one another in their darkest times. They were pretty much just doing their jobs. And I think this episode and the episode after that, the Monday Challenge, are where we see the girls still trying to get used to being a team. And those two episodes kind of made them grow closer. It's a very natural process of them growing closer, working as a team, and being friends. So yeah, I just wanted to point that out. Zampezi arrives on the scene with cheers and chants from the citizens. She thinks that it's the sign of Storm Drain's downfall. Then it's revealed that Storm Drain actually planned this fight just for her, which motivates Zampezi to wanting to defeat him even more, I guess. She starts praising herself and lifting herself up as usual. Storm Drain immediately catches the line, after this fight, my Zambia stream views will go from 1 million to 10 million. Then it's revealed that he is Zampezi's 1 million views. In other words, her 1 million views are actually artificial. They're not organic. Storm Drain had 100 monitors and watched the videos for 10 straight hours. Zampezi refuses to believe that, saying that they're lies. Those are lies. Well, this just got interesting. See, this is the reason why I actually like Storm Drain as a villain. He was very smart to use Zampezi's ego against her. And it actually worked. After that reveal, we see Zampezi struggling to defeat him. I guess that fact destroyed her confidence a little bit. So after spending this whole episode trying to convince Zampezi that she is not as perfect and flawless and awesome at everything as she seems, it's Storm Drain, the main fight of the show, that convinces her you have no real power. You're actually pathetic and lame and annoying. He uses his mega machine to give her an extremely hard bitch slap to the ground. And I'm not gonna lie, that got me holding my breath for a little bit. Because this is how you have violence in TV shows and maybe even kids shows without it being too tasteless or cliche. Like, you don't even need blood or cuts and bruises to make this hit. Storm Drain knocked her down so hard that her tooth came out. Also a callback to Mama K's wise words, but that impact, that hit, it just really did something to me. And I guess it kind of elevated the stakes a little bit, considering that Zampezi actually got harmed during this fight and had her teeth knocked out of her mouth. That just elevated the stakes of the show and the fights even more. The girls are distraught to see Zampezi lying on the floor, looking defeated. And this gets Zampezi to immediately just like snap out of it completely. She reminds them of Mama K's wise words, that teeth that are together help each other chew food. The members are her teeth and she cannot chew this fight on her own, and that she doesn't want to fly solo anymore. And she's now willing to fulfill her duty as a team member and not just a superhero. Be that team player that she is known for. She asks her members if they can forgive her, and K-Bongo holds out her hand, trying to help her up. And they fight Storm Drain together. Zampezi, all cleared up, is getting ready to finish him with her big shot, but she has a better idea. She uses her new upgrade that she teased in the beginning of the episode. She multiplies her soccer ball into 4 soccer balls, and all of Team 4 kick the soccer balls to make a huge impact, destroying the machine and sending Storm Drain flying. Awesome. Awesome. Oh, and keep in mind, she'll use this same upgrade in the Volume 2 finale. So yeah, that's a thing to look out for. So the day is saved. We get to see Joffrey, the reporter, one last time. He asks, how are you the best at taking down the worst? She says that she is the best because she's part of a team. And so yeah, celebration, sunshine and happiness. And Mama K is also celebrating with this really cute dance. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. Okay, So here are my final thoughts on this episode. It was good. It wasn't great, but the dialogue makes it at least watchable and gives you a little laugh every now and then. But now it's time to talk about the point of this episode and this video. Strong female characters these days, directors and people who work on these characters who are developing them, or rather not developing them, they strongly believe that these types of characters can't be anything else other than flawless and perfect. And that creates a lot of problems because nobody's perfect. And when they see these strong female heroes always doing everything flawlessly and being good at everything they do, the viewer, who is a real human and makes mistakes, might feel discouraged and feel like they might be shamed for making a mistake because they saw that person on screen being flawless in everything, and they feel like that if they make a mistake, that they are not strong and they're not worthy enough. And honestly, that's a very dangerous mindset to go by. Captain Marvel, Rey Palpatine, She-Hulk, Mulan 2020, Wendy Darling 2023, and most recently Star Wars The Acolyte and some of its characters are all primary examples of just how toxic, repetitive, and even dangerous this trope is. These strong female heroes, they only care about themselves. They treat everybody around them, whether they are close or not, as things, objects that are beneath them. They are unnecessarily rude to people, and they're only nice to them when they give them what they want. And it just makes them come off as mean girls, even meaner than the alleged villain. You find yourself rooting for the villain or the antagonist. This episode unintentionally opened our eyes to how toxic and dangerous this trope is, because we see Zampezi kind of acting like just one of them. She's frolicking in all that praise and all that attention, hogging the spotlight, also treating her members, people that she loves, as beneath her. And she gets mad at them for trying to knock sense into her, and she just deliberately ignores the criticism and shuts them out completely. And not only that, but she betrays her duty as a team player. With all that attention and everyone praising her and only her, Zampezi was placing her own feelings above everyone else's. It actually means a lot to her, but her The Z persona has completely blinded her. The problem is not strong women, it's bad writing. And this episode of SUPA Team 4 really showcased that in a very amazing way. And I hope that people watching this episode, especially writers who are looking for a career in the film industry, they watch this episode and they learn how to not write a strong female character. Phew, that was a lot. So that concludes my analysis deep dive on SUPA Team 4's episode, The Z. I hope you guys enjoyed, and let me know your thoughts on this episode. Be sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok for more exclusive content. If you have a Netflix account, be sure to stream SUPA Team 4 on Netflix. Seasons 1 and 2 are out now. And some parting words: don't be at the Z. Thank you guys so much for watching and for all the support, and wishing you good health and making lots of amazing new memories in 2025. And I'll see you in the next video. Until then, this is your girl Yujin, signing off. Peace.